Ambition is the great fire. It's the liberator of the unconscious person, you know? It's like the first requirement of all action.
I have no fear. I have only ambition, and I want mine, and I will do anything to protect and feed my family.
Hello. Welcome to the Ambition.
Yo, this bro the Passion, man. How you doing?
What's up with you? Everything cool out there?
Oh yeah, man. You know, we got the snow out here, but you know that's life. You know.
That's life, huh?
Got to keep things moving.
Right. So I want to get right into it with you and everything. POE Passion. Explain the name to me.
Explain the name?
Yes.
Okay, you know, I started, you know, as a young kid, I started with poetry, you know,
okay.
And from that, you know, it evolved into the rap, you know, so, you know, the passion is my passion, my drive for this music, my drive for this music business, my drive to keep improving and getting better at the skills and my style, and just trying to stay versatile, you know, that's one thing that a lot of artists lack nowadays, you know, versatility. So I try to always come with different styles, man, something new, you know.
Okay. Because when I heard it, that's why the ambition is so important. I feel is like sometimes we misinterpret things. We got to talk directly to the artist. You want me to tell you what my interpretation was? I thought it was POE meaning another word for poor passion, like a poor person's passion to be able to get out the environment to do better. But then it's
deep, but the POE is just short for poetic.
Poetic, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Poems, you know.
Yeah, that's what's up. Okay. So one of my first songs I want to tell the listeners to definitely check out is the Hating Joint. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
You know what I mean? He hating on me like that's what's up. Yeah, she hating on me like that's what's up. Don't call my line unless you matching blunts. Yeah. So hating is something that, you know what I mean, all the listeners and everything can definitely vibe with and be able to understand. What was the motivation behind that song? Because you went hard on the joint, like you was like, you know.
Okay. As far as that, you know, the motivation, that was just pretty much, you know, life. You know, they always tell you the better you do, the more haters you got. And if you got haters, that means you're doing something right.
Right.
You know? So basically that song is just about, you know, if you check out the video, it's just about, you know, people shake your hand and say they appreciate you, but as soon as your back turn, you know, they got little sneak disses, little negative things to say, you know.
Right. And
it's about just accepting that, but not letting that stop you from where you want to go in life.
Right, I got you. Yeah, because I seen the video when you know, when they step out the store. I ain't gonna get a video away. When they step out the store and dude was like, "Hey man, I'm gonna have to, you know, the big dude and the white dude." Right. So I can understand what you're saying on that.
Okay. Yep. Most definitely.
Okay, so let us know, what city and state were you born in?
Okay, first off, you know, I was born in Canton, Ohio, you know, Football Hall of Fame city.
Okay.
You know, I spent a lot of time on the West Coast, shout out California, Inglewood, Los Angeles, you know, that's where I grew up as a child.
Okay.
Moved back here to the Midwest, so you know I got influences from the West Coast, I got influences from the Midwest, and I definitely can't forget the East Coast, because you know, growing up, it was a time period to where, you know, in music, it was a time to where West Coast had things on lock,
right?
And it was a time period where East Coast had things on lock, and for a minute there, Midwest had things on lock. So me, that ties into my versatility. I love artists from different areas, different times, different styles, you know, so I try to incorporate all the music I like into my music.
Okay. Kind of like the gumbo. Kind of like put all the flavors and all the ingredients in there. Okay, I got you.
Right. Yep, the gumbo. You 100% right there.
You know what I'm saying? That's why the gumbo tastes so good. You know what I mean? Because you get the, you know, all the stuff is up in there. You feel me? Okay, I got you. So let's start off with Inglewood. That's where everything started off. West Coast, Inglewood. back to, you know what I mean, as far as you can remember and everything, right before you stepping off the porch as a young man, what was the environment like? What was your neighborhood like?
As far as Inglewood, I was there in the early 80s, so, at that time, gang life was real dominant, I'm thankful, being that, at that age, I was still young, so the draw for the gang life wasn't, as strong for me, I was still, a mama's boy. I still was, family. I still was focused on school. So, I'm thankful that I was able to avoid, because who knows where my life would have went,
Right. So for some of the listeners that don't understand, because a lot of times what I try to tell the listeners is that when we talk about gangs and you see the young kids doing this, there is an origin to how it started, right? It's just been changed over the years. So back then, how was you able to escape? Because it's like when you were part of the neighborhood, it's kind of like you automatically almost in. So what made you kind of deter away from it? What helped you?
Family, growing up, my immediate family, and I definitely give them salutes, they did a great job. But, my family, they kept me away from them things, they knew the environment, and I guess in a sense they sheltered me. They sheltered me and they kept me away from that.
Okay.
So luckily all this happened. Because when I hit them teenage years, I started running wild and wanting to do what I want to do anyway.
Right.
But I was able to escape, and I came back to the Midwest. Before I hit that rebellious age, I guess to say.
Okay. So when we look at, because I'm gonna talk about when you went to Canton, but back in Inglewood, because this is important, because in the beginning, before we even get to the art, the kid is starting to be shaped by the environment. So was there a balance in your neighborhood of good people that kind of went to church, went to work every day, the gang banging and other crazy bullshit or whatever it may be? Was there somewhat of a balance, or did it lean more to just the gang banging violence?
Coming up, I seen it all. I guess it all goes back to that gumbo. I've seen violence, but I've seen good people. That's life. You got good, you got bad. And it's all about how you deal with it. And basically, I've seen a lot. And it all shaped me. It was a point in time, later on in life where I became violent because, that's what I saw coming up. And, that I was put in that situation to where it seemed like violence was the only way, to stand up for myself. In the sense of a person gets bullied, eventually that day come where you don't want to get bullied no more. And It's time to stand up and do something for yourself, So, I don't ever feel like violence should ever be the solution, but, sometimes you do have to stand up for yourself,
Because sometimes violence get immediate respect. Slow down, let's talk.
Yeah, that's a good way to say it. You're right.
You know what I'm saying? Kind of on that type of level, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So as you said, the parents helped you stay out of the environment and everything like that. Before you went to Canton, did you see any artistic side coming out you? Was it drawing or was it poetry yet? Did the poetry start that young? What came out?
See, I definitely want to salute. During that time, the early 80s, it was a movement where, it was black unity, and not to make this a race thing or anything like that, but, I grew up in a time where, people preached, stick together, help your race, help one another. And I appreciate that. And I kept those thoughts with me my whole life. And I'm not meaning where I felt like I should only just help black people. Right. I feel like, I'm willing to help my fellow human being, and that's the key to success. You see one person down, there's never a punishment for stopping and helping a person up.
Right.
There's always a blessing behind that. You might not see the blessing immediately, but there's never anything wrong with being a good person.
Right. Definitely. But still, man, it's like back in them times, it's kind of like every other race teach their people to look out for their own people first. But when it comes to like black people, sometimes it's like, oh, you're a racist or you're a black nationalist or some crazy shit because we do it. You see what I'm saying? So
yeah, definitely.
You feel what I'm saying? So it's definitely important. I want the listeners to understand as far as like unity in your own culture is good. Whatever culture you come from, y'all should have unity. Yeah. Y'all should be cool. You know what I'm saying? Y'all should be straight. Y'all should be building and be able, once you do that, then you should be able to help other people after that fact. You see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
I
definitely appreciate the fact that how you put that. That was nice word on your part.
Thank you. You know what I mean? Because I understand it. So it's just like when when the art starts coming out, what was some of the musical influences around in Inglewood? Like what was they listening to? Like if you was outside on the porch, what was dude coming down the street beating? Like, the music.
Okay, I remember as a little guy, growing up, man. You remember when Sugar Hill Gang?
Okay.
I remember. I kind of remember. I ain't gonna say the exact start of rap, but because rap been around for a long time. Hip hop been around for a long time. But I kind of was there for when things start becoming mainstream. So, I began with the hip hop, hibbity hip, and gradually being on the West Coast, I got into that Ice Cube, NWA, Too Short, and that crafted, that made me, I guess, visualize the streets. That made me long to understand what they were talking about. And that kind of developed in my music because I talk street, but also talk happiness. I talk good times too.
Right.
So
those are some good musical influences because that's something that you don't get in hip hop no more. You don't get the storytelling. You don't get the raw gritty of dude got shot like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in the head, like, you don't get that anymore. Everybody being so sensitive now. You know what I mean? It's kind of like, back then they was just telling you how it was and it was shocking people. They got,
right.
People in the streets would probably be like, man, that's how it's happening for real, dog. That's why they can feel it. Like, that's just actually how it happened, the way he said it in that rhyme, dog. Like, I gotta rock with that. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yep. I definitely feel where you coming from on that. And I think to me, that's one thing that is missing from the music now. The music is so about degrading women, and it's about who's chasing the biggest bag and who got the most money. But at the end of the day, is that really good music? I like music that I listen to, and I gotta play it back because they said something that I'm like, whoa, did you hear that? So I gotta come back and play it, and that's the kind of music I love. I love artists that actually got a message and got a story to tell.
Right. Which is very important, man. Which is definitely important. A lot of time, yeah. You gotta have like what's going on because that's what kind of like help people navigate through hip hop because everybody had their slang. Like if you from the Midwest, you from Chicago, and Twister, one of them told you, hey, you don't need to wear your hat like that in the song. It kind of like gave you the us. Like in the music, you know what I'm saying? Kind of like don't wear that or don't do that or look out for that crackhead or that's what they'll do with you on my block. So if you ever go visit, you already got the info. Like, you see what I'm saying?
That's if you were a good listener. A lot of people don't listen. But if you sit back and you really listen, they'll let you know, hey, this ain't the side of town you want to be on, or this how you want to present yourself, in this situation. And so you 100% right on what you're saying.
Right. Yeah, man. It's totally different time. So, at what age did you move to Canton, hit it to the Midwest?
I came to Canton, man. I was still young. I'm gonna say age of 14.
Okay.
And it was a big change of things. That's one thing I noticed when I was in California. Not to downplay Ohio, but just people's attitudes seem to be a little bit better in California. I don't know if it was due to the weather or, the economy or what, but when I came to Canton, Ohio, for example, I remember growing up in California, and I'm walking down the street, and people having a cookout or a barbecue, and they say, hey, come on over.
Right.
Come on over. They don't even know you. They don't even know you, but come on over.
Right.
I moved to Canton, Ohio. It's a whole different environment. Now people looking at you like, well, who are you?
Like, what's you looking at?
Here?
Right.
So that was that was like an eye opener, and that also helped me develop my thoughts and the person I am, and as far as music, it was just like, it was two different worlds for me.
Right. Because how you said in Inglewood, it was like, because back in them times, it was probably still the resonation of the Panthers back in the day. Community, support, unity, that type of stuff. And then you move, and then you in a place where there is no unity like that. It's got to be like shocking. Like, you know what I mean? You'd be like, damn, where the hell am I at? Like, how y'all tripping like that,
it became survival of the fittest, survival of the fittest.
Okay. So you're around like 14 and everything like that. At what point did you start? Was you still doing poetry at this time, or what was going on with the art? What did you pick up?
Like as far as at this time, I mean, I can't say the typical, but to me, at this time, I used to just get in a circle with my friends, and we just bust freestyles. We just having fun. We never thought about making money or doing this as a living. It was just the art, the love of the art, the fun of it. Sitting back and being able to go back and forth, and let's see who can flow the longest without messing up. And I think that's what helped me get my ground, because one thing I pride myself, I don't believe in wasting anybody's time. When I step to the studio, I want to take a song. I want to take a song, but I don't believe in wasting anybody's time. I'm here to handle my business, and the same way they handle their business, boom, we make art, and that's it.
Bam. I got you on that. I got you. Definitely. So when you in a circle doing a freestyle, so that's kind of like, you peeping out that dude's style. He might be tight, so you might, okay, I gotta come harder than that. You know what I mean? So you getting some weapons and everything. So at what point did you write like your first joint, your first song? Like just structured out?
I think at the age of 16, my boy, shout out to my boy Ernest Isles, he just got out. He did 13 years, he got caught up in some thing, but he out now and he trying to adjust the thing. So I salute him, he doing good, but he had the karaoke machine in the basement.
Okay.
With the tape deck on it. And that's where I began,
Okay.
I made my first little, I want to call it a demo, but at this point in time, I didn't understand the business side of music, so of course I just found beats anywhere. I didn't know nothing about needing to license beats or possibly getting sued or nothing like that.
Right.
But it was cute to me because I had my demo. I had something I could put in the tape deck and let people vibe to, and that helped me develop a stronger love for music, because now, and it's not just me loving other people's music, it's people loving my music. Right. So that just completely skyrocketed me there.
Okay. So did your music influences change once you went to Canton? You know what I mean? Because at first you was listening to... Okay, so what did you listen to now?
One thing people here in Canton, we always say, if you could make it here in Canton, you could make it anywhere, Right. And from my experiences, I've seen that, people that move away and they go other places, they seem to do great. My city, it's not the wealthiest city, it's not the cleanest city. It's not the worst either, It's just, I guess it's home, it's home, it's what I'm used to, but when I came here, that's when I had to learn how to fight back. I had to learn how to fight back, because I came here, and now I'm at the age now to where the gang influencer, they got their eyes on me now, they got their hooks on me now, and so that's where that came into where I began to change. I learned at times, I became more protective with myself. I became more protective with my thoughts, with my dreams. You can't tell everybody everything.
Right.
And
right.
I had to learn that.
Okay.
Especially being young, I want to be friendly. I want to make friends with everybody. Why not?
Right.
But some people aren't your friend. No matter how much love you give them, they just don't want to be your friend, and you got to accept it and move on.
Right. Instead of keep trying to make them be your friend.
Right. You can't force them, but me being young, I wanted to be everybody's friend. And, I got scars. I don't have bad situations due to being naive like that. I mean, I don't have no regrets. I'm still grateful to be here and, be able to make music and, show love to my fans. And, so, at the end of the day, I appreciate everything y'all went through.
Right. Okay, I got you. So you hit high school. Right. So you hit high school while you still doing the freestyle and everything like that. So what was the high school life like? You know what I mean? Because you did elementary school in Inglewood, so education was one way in Inglewood. So when you hit high school, when you start, when you get teenage years, especially as a black male, you want to make your own decisions. You want to learn shit. You want to be more curious about stuff. You're willing to take chances and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So the thing is like when you hit high school and everything, what was that environment like?
In Canton, Ohio, when I hit high school, there was two main high schools. It was Canton, McKinley.
Okay.
This was like the number one in the nation football team. The school you went to, as an athlete.
Okay.
And then there was another school called Canton Timpkin.
Okay.
Now, Timpkin was, where the burnouts went, the people really, I guess the underdogs in life, people that, weren't good at sports,
Okay.
So I managed to go to Timpkin, and I was a good athlete, but I went to Timpkin, and it was considered, that burnout school, a lot of drugs, a lot of gang influence within the school, but I'm sure could be anywhere,
Right.
I'm just speaking on, what I saw,
Right.
So, that kind of influenced me, as far as that was another lesson on being careful who you call your friends. Be careful who you're around. Be careful who you share your energy with. Because there's people out here that their whole goal is to drain you. They see you going up, they want to pull you down.
Right. I got you on that shit. Yeah, definitely. So you had to fight through that, and you still got the art burning and everything. What was your tell us is like? What was your what made you really want to go to school? Like what was?
What made me want to go?
Yeah. You know what I mean? Because sometimes when kids see all that crazy shit, they be like seeing all the gang shit. They seeing like, you know what I mean? Because you transition from a whole different environment to the next. So some kids may be able to look at it like, damn, these motherfuckers is like crazy out here. And and then you got the bullying situations and shit. And sometimes a kid don't even want to get up every morning and want to go fight somebody and shit. Like, I'm trying to learn some shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got to prepare for war too and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that type of thing.
I know what you're saying.
So what made you stay in school? What made you want to just keep going, get up every day and go?
I definitely got to give a shout out. My older sister, she's a doctor. She's a neurophysiologist now,
Okay.
and I've seen the path she took. She was one of them people that stuck with the books through everything.
Okay.
And I salute her so much because she's a doctor now, and, as far as my family, that's like, a big point. I'm considered the black sheep of my family, but I'm not doing that bad, so that altogether, I look around and it makes it a positive thing. I mean, we all doing pretty good, if I'm the black sheep and I'm doing excellent, so that means everybody else is doing great. But my older sister, Sharona Garrett Ruffin, she's a professor up at Bowling Green University. Okay. And, so it was her. She was that drive. Stay in school. And, she didn't just talk the game. She actually walked it.
So you got to,
so that
you got to watch it.
To me.
Yeah, you got to watch. It's a whole different thing when you saying it. Then you get to watch it.
I got to watch it.
Yeah.
And now I sit back and they living nice. You know what I mean? They live, the work paid off.
Right.
And that's one thing I tell anybody. I know life has its ups and downs. I know personally. But if you can, try to get that education because it increases your value.
Right.
As far as in this economy, it increases, it does increases your financial worth. It actually makes you worth more money. And if a lot of people look at it like that, it's an easy choice. Why not? If you can go to school and that's going to change your hourly salary from $10 an hour to $30 an hour, why not? Because in the end, it's definitely going to pay off.
Right. Because that's really important, especially for all the, the kids is listening and everything, even college students, whatever. I mean, it is kind of important, man, because the education, because we say United States education is this, that, and that. But what the United States education does, it show you how to survive in the United States. Really, it show you how it was formed. It show you how it's operated. It show you some examples of people who done did great things, examples of people. So it really give you like a manual on how to be able to, to survive. So if you're going to do anything, it's good to know, kind of like, your area, like how the country is being governed, basically, you know what I'm saying? So how you can move and shake without getting in trouble, without getting jammed for different things. And it's the knowledge, it's the education, man. Sitting in the classroom sometimes learning about, like, a lot of people don't, like looking back in high school, a lot of us probably didn't want to go to U.S. history and learn about executive, branch of government. But now look at what the fuck going on, right? You be like thinking like, damn, how's dude, like how many more votes we need to get dude out this situation? Like, you know what I'm saying? You thinking back, like how you didn't notice, how you don't remember, like, you know what I'm saying? And it be in them books, man, because now you like need it. If you like trying to figure out about Trump and all that, you like thinking like the Senate, like the House of Representatives, like you like, damn, like I don't even know that shit. But they was trying to get it to you back then, though. They was trying. It's the same shit. So educate.
Right, just like on the subject of credit, coming up, a lot of families didn't teach credit. A lot of people I was around didn't know nothing about credit. But credit is very important. If you want to be prosperous within this economy, this current economy we got.
Right. Yeah, those tools, definitely, man, definitely. So, after you finish with high school, right? So, where does the art come from that point? You out of high school, boom. Where you go next with the music?
Basically, like I was always interested in poetry. To me, poetry is so versatile. A poem can make a person love, a poem can make a person hate, a poem can make a person smile, can make a person cry.
Right.
So, to me, being interested in poetry, to me, music is poetry.
Yeah. Yes. A lot of people don't know that.
Some people can look at it like it's a more advanced form of poetry. Some people can look at it like it's a simplified form of poetry, but they're connected. Yeah. So gradually I just evolved. I was listening to hip hop. The hip hop movement was strong, and with my interest in that, I said, I see what they doing, and it sound good. I could do the same thing they doing, and. From then on, I never lost my love for music. The worst times in my life was when I didn't have music, when I wasn't making music, when I wasn't interested in other people's music. Those were the worst times of my life. As long as I had music in my life, I always had something to, I don't want to say fall back on, but something to keep my mind occupied. Yeah. Something to keep my time positive.
Right. Keep some inspiration going.
Exactly.
Yeah, I can understand that. So when you look at the poetry, yeah, the lyrics start as poetry and everything. You just like with poets, they kind of, I mean, did you ever kind of like write the poetry with your own rhythm in your head, or did you have to have?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Like as a kid, I remember being just thirsty to get instrumentals. Any instrumental I could get my hands on, it was just like a gift, a blessing. Because the instrumental that gave me, let's say, the background, and then from the song, I could just sit and shape the song and make it the way I want and say what I want to say. And to me, that's power.
Right.
That's the string power to be able to create something just out of something that's just a thought, and be able to create it and make it something that you can hand to others. And so that was just like an amazing thing to me, amazing ability to me to be able to just, the creative process is just an amazing thing, you know? So that was my draw, just being able to create.
Right, okay. So I got a question for you. So, what I noticed by listening to you is kind of like you really became more attracted to the depthness of the arts opposed to what the art can make financially, right? So it's like,
definitely.
so what made you stay on that lane? Because you gotta understand, a lot of people you was listening to was really talking about having bitches, you know, kicking it, spending money, blah, blah, blah. So that can easily influence a kid to be like, you know what, I'm about to just do this shit for the money so I can have what they talking about. You see what I'm saying?
Yep,
So what made you steer more on the other side?
Well, when I was younger, I'm not perfect. I fell into that, you know, profanity and, you know, just unnecessary thing. But when you really love this music and you start looking at the business aspect, if you notice any song I've done in the last 3 years have no curse words. That makes my art like extremely easier to market. You know, now we don't gotta go back and bleep and take this out and edit that. Right. And on top of that, now I got music that I can actually say anybody can listen to.
Right. Okay. So do you think the profanity, the lack of profanity makes the art more valuable is what you're saying?
It's easier to sell. It's easier to sell, definitely. And I mean, it is an eye opener. It's like, you know, it amazes me. I've dropped videos and I've had mothers, you know, say, look, I really appreciate what you're doing. My kids listen to this and they're okay, you know,
right.
You know, because I'm not, you know, ass beep, you know, I really strive on not using any word that my mom wouldn't let me say when I was a kid, you know, and that's just part of being mature now. And also that makes me work harder at my art because it's easy for me to end every sentence with SHIT, you know, that's simple. That's simple. But now I got to think outside the box. I got to end it without using those simple words that I hear every day. You know, now I got to expand my vocabulary. Mm-hmm. So it's beneficial to me. It's also beneficial to my fans. And like I said, when it comes time to sell it, I feel so good now because when I put my music in social platforms, I don't have to click that profanity button. You know, I don't have to, you know, give people an explicit warning. I don't have to do that.
Right. Yeah, you're right on that. That's like, yeah, that's definitely dope. Hell yeah. So it's like with the music, because when you don't use the profanity and stuff, you can really start getting more to the youngins when they start to develop with the message, like middle school. Like, you know what I mean? That's when they start really develop, you know what I mean? So you can get them to think more consciously about what they should be able to look forward, like because you talk a lot about not giving up on your dreams. And not letting other people stop you from, you know what I'm saying, achieving those goals and those dreams. So, you know what I mean?
Right, correct.
So the thing is, you got to get a kid now at that age because everybody really ain't helping them. Every time because you got to understand, like when you're a kid, like you have like a gift, but you will say it to somebody and they don't understand it and they will dog you for believing that shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
You feel me? Mm-hmm. So you need more music. You need more music to be able to be like, hey, no curse words, so they could just listen to it and just listen to straight the message and everything and kind of like help, you know what I mean, through the navigation of life as they get older, man.
Correct.
So
definitely, yep.
So that's definitely cool. That's definitely cool on that. So when we talk about like your style of music, because we talked about lyrical content, but try to like give us your style. Is it the style more how you said about the gumbo? By listening to so many different people, you able to fight in so many different ways. Kind of like a kung fu master. You see what I'm saying? So give us an
Right,
idea.
right.
So give us an idea of the styles.
Sometimes I'm so confused myself because I've got compared to artists on the West Coast. I've got compared to artists on the East Coast. I've been compared to Rakim, which to me is a great compliment, you know, great compliment. I've been compared to Chic Luke. So, like, basically it's just like, the music is just, man, it's just, everything is just amazing, man. And so my style, I say it changes. I'm more focused on delivery. You know, I'm more focused on what I say. You know, I want to talk what I know. I don't want to try to make a song and I'm talking about what somebody else know. I speak on my experiences, my life.
Okay.
I speak on, you know, just simple things. I speak on wanting money. I speak on being poor. I speak on, you know, one day being successful. I speak on, you know, at times where success seems like it's not within reach. You know, I speak on everything. My style, I would say that goes with that gumbo because I've been compared to, you know, a lot of artists, and it's dope because every time somebody compare me to somebody, it's a dope artist, you know, and that, you know, so that kind of boosts my ego a little bit.
Okay. So I want to go back a little bit, and I want to talk about Canton because you and Canton from like what 14 and 16, what it was like 14, 15, right?
Yeah, 14.
Going about to hit high school, up to now. So I want to know more in depth about the culture of Canton, Ohio, from the point where you left, for the point where you arrived to where it is right now. Has there been any evolvement? Like, was it memory at first? Okay, go ahead.
Well, definitely. Right now, I mean, I'm actually, I'm gonna do this right now. Canton, Ohio, area code 330. We got an extremely strong music movement, and I would actually tell the world, keep your eyes open because there's some artists that's coming out here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give them a couple shout outs if I could do that, man.
Yeah,
my man
definitely.
Picasso, he doing his thing. Keep your eyes and ears open for him. My man, Black Gemini, right now, he doing the battle rap thing, and he's a monster. You know, the battle music done took him to so many states. I'm proud of him. My man B. Tillman, K3, you know, Jetsons, he's out there in California, but he's a genius when it comes to this business side of the music. So as far as Canton right now, I would tell the world, definitely keep your ears open because I guarantee that you're going to hear, I'm not going to be the only artist that you hear saying Canton, Ohio. And I promise that because right now it's a strong movement and it's great. It's great. We got some extreme talent. So, you know, any listeners, I suggest, you know, they take some time and maybe Google a couple artists from here. Like I said, I threw out a couple of names. You Google any of those artists and the resume is wonderful. You know, so definitely, yeah.
Bam, that's what's up. Because when we think of Canton, Ohio, because I'm gonna be real with you. Like, before I met you, I never knew anything about Canton but the Hall of Fame. That's it, right? Yeah. So it's definitely important for them artists to, you know, if they listening to this, you know what I'm saying, in the future or not. But it's like, keep representing that city and letting it be known what goes on in the realness of that. You know what I mean? And still continue to not only give it to people from Canton, but find more places outside of Canton to give it to. You gotta infect the world. You see what I'm saying? The same way all them other cities were able to do their shit. Compton was able to do it. The Bronx, Brooklyn, all that shit. Everybody was able to do it for their city. So you gotta like look at it. You know what I mean? And just be able to like they just didn't do the Bronx in the Bronx. Yeah, it started there, but they started taking it out other places and everything. Because Canton, the city is going to be inside your soul wherever you go, though. It's got to be if you grew up there. You know what I mean? You're going to dress. You're going to, you know what I mean? You ain't going to go to London and automatically you're going to not have the same taste of clothes you had for the past 10 years, right? you're gonna still be the same, right?
Right.
You know what I mean? You're gonna be like, hey, I need to get them type of Nikes or whatever. Where they got them at? People be like, you wear those
I
kind.
want what I'm used to wearing. So I definitely understand. And one more point I want to make. I remember, and this is something that a lot of artists have to deal with. Getting love and support from your own city is difficult. Like, you wouldn't believe how difficult it is. Like, when I first began my career, I could go to Cleveland, I could go to Columbus, and I get more support than I got in my own city. And a lot of artists, we deal with that, you know. But the thing is, I'm seeing a change. I'm seeing more support. I'm seeing artists out here supporting each other. I'm working on an album right now to where I want to feature local artists.
Right.
And I'm willing to put some money in their pocket for the feature. And there's not too many people out here that's doing that. But to me, that's love. That's me saying, you know, I appreciate your art, and I feel like your art is worth paying for. And if don't nobody else want to give you that love, that ego boost, I will.
You know what that is like so dope right there. Because you know what I think what happened with the lack of support in the community for the local artists is because at some point I feel like the community supported the local artists, they got famous, left, and didn't go back to the community and help nobody. Because back in the day, they came back to their communities and did shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like they was looking out, but now it's kind of like I get out, I make a whole bunch of money, and those people still in crazy situations, so they kind of like it start growing on you for a while probably. You know what I mean? It's because we got to do more community support. You know what I'm saying? Being able to help more people in the community have their own businesses, and you know what I mean, and understand the art and all that type of stuff. Got to be able to teach on that stuff instead of just giving them stuff. They gotta sit and learn stuff too, man. The education, like how we was talking about. Right.
And I just want to speak on that. That's a double-edged sword, though, too, because you can go out and make it, but then you got people that expect you to give them everything, you know. But then, like you said, you got artists to go out there and make it, and they don't give back nothing.
Yeah.
You know, so it's about finding that medium to where you're not overgiving, where you're not giving so much of yourself, you don't have nothing left for yourself. But also, you don't never want to turn your back on the people that do support you. I make sure every one of my fans, they take time to shoot me a comment or critique some of my music. I appreciate that, and I let them know. I take the time to personally write each and every one, you know. Sometimes it does get hectic, and I don't hit everybody. I'll try to hit a group. You know, I appreciate all y'all thoughts, you know, but I make sure to let them know that I'm listening. Make sure I appreciate them. You know, I'm an artist that you could talk to. I'm humble. I'm down to earth. I'm not better than anybody. We all breathe the same air, you know? Right.
That's what's up. And that's part of what makes you, different, you know what I'm saying, in the industry as well, too, is by thinking like that. Because a lot of times, you know what I mean, in the music is like, you know what I mean, it's kind of like taking it beyond, you know how they got it in sports, like beyond the ring, like how a person really is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like how your code of ethic is and everything. So when you apply that to the art, man, that shit makes you even more dangerous, though. That shit is even more doper, though.
Right. And a lot of artists, they cut their own throat by feeling, oh, I'm too good, I can't network with this person. You never know what a person can teach you.
Yeah.
If you just listen, you never know. So that's one advice I would like to give any artist. Anybody that's taking interest in your music and they have a positive, they could be beneficial, don't shut them down. Don't turn your back on, no matter how big you are, because you know one day you could be on top of the mountain and the next day you at the bottom again. Yeah. So you know it's just about appreciate people. People appreciate your fans. You know, definitely because it's hard. You can't make it in the mainstream music business without fans.
Right.
You can't make it without paying your dues. You know, I mean, some people got millions and they can buy them a deal.
Right.
But at the end of the day, who really supporting them?
Right. Because you kind of cheating if you do that. You know what I'm saying? Right. You're not doing it the right way. You kind of like cheating on that end. And it ain't going to feel good anyway, man. You have to look at yourself in the mirror eventually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I want to ask you this. I want to ask you, like, what is the motivation now? You know what I'm saying? To be able to write better than you ever wrote before. What is it about, like, now?
There's so many motivations. It's because I got my eye on the prize, you know. I see this as a way to where I can help other people. You know, the more I learn, the more I can teach the next person. And they can take my knowledge and go 3 steps farther than where I went, and then they teach the next person. Right. And now what we done did is created a powerful movement. And the only thing it started with me, like, you know, when I meet new artists, the first thing I ask them about, well, are you familiar with BMI? Are you familiar with ASCAP? Are you registered? And I meet so many artists that have no idea of what that is. But those are necessary, you know, to be a professional artist, you know. And like, I even, as simple as letting people know, you know, if you're trying to make money off your music, the first thing you need is original beats.
Right.
You know, I got so many artists out here, and they good, but they can't make money off their music because they taking other people's beats. You know, they taking other people's flows. You know, and I guess that's cool when you got a mixtape. Mm-hmm. But when you putting your own project out there, let it be your own project. Right. That way, at the end of the day, you can say, you know what, I did this, I paid my dues. Now let me reap my benefits. Let me reap my reward. You know. Right.
I got you. That's very important, man. Like how we said, the education is very important. Not just the American education you're talking about, but the education of what art you in. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's very, very important. Okay.
Right, so, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? Because whatever the art is, it could be music, it could be drawing. If you're gonna be making money off of it and everything, you gotta take it beyond the art. You gotta go a little bit harder, man. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you gotta be willing to invest. You gotta be willing to invest in yourself. You gotta believe in yourself because, you know, I feel like every artist is gonna meet that one person that feel like their music ain't that good. And if you let that one person stop you from doing what you're doing, then you really didn't want to do it anyway. That's how I feel.
Right. Exactly. So tell us, what projects you got coming up in 2019? We fresh in the year, first quarter of the year. What we got coming up?
Oh man, we got so much coming up. Let me see. Where to begin? Okay, I just dropped a 9-track album. It's titled The Feast. You know, it's on every major social platform. So anybody out there, you know, that want to kind of see what I got, you know, I dropped this. Check it out. For this year right here, I'm beginning this second album. And like I said, I want to bring in other artists. You know, my first album was basically all me, solo project. But this project, this is where I'm bringing people in. I want people to eat with me. Okay. You know, and I'm not barring anybody. I put a post out there, you know, I'm beginning this second project. Any artist that want to get down, only thing got to do is hit my inbox. You know what I mean? I'm not charging them nothing. I'll take care of studio time. You know, I'll take care of everything. I just need them to be consistent and professional. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. And we gonna make music. It ain't gonna stop. I got in April, you know, I'm doing the direct-to-executive up in Cleveland with Atlantic Records. I'm really excited about that. Okay. You know, lately I've been getting my hands in the battle rap. You know, I just had one bar for bar out of Cleveland, Ohio, you know, my first battle, you know, and that completely just opened my eyes to the battle rap. You know,
so hold on for a second. Hold on for a second. I want the listeners to know, and I want to know too, what was the battle rap scene? Because that's because we never talked about. You never told me you was able to battle rap and everything. So by you having your style the way it is, what was so crazy about the battle rap scene? How was you able to adapt?
First off, the battle rap, you gotta remember, you gotta stay professional. The battle rap ain't for people that's easily real emotional. It's not. If you're a real emotional person, your feelings get hurt, you get angry, battle rap ain't for you, because there's people out there, they gonna be gunning for your mom, they gunning for, you know, your worst weakness, you know. So first off, when it comes to battle rap, you gotta have tough skin. You gotta remember that it's a game. You know, it's a game. They gonna say what they say, you say what you say, but at the end, we supposed to be able to sit and understand. Look, this ain't personal.
Right.
This ain't personal shots. This is right here. What we doing right now is competing. This is a competition.
Right.
One of us gotta win. One of us gotta lose. After that, it's over with. Maybe we'll battle again, but all that holding grudges and sneak dissing and sending shots, that's a waste of time, a waste of effort, a waste of energy, and that takes your focus away from yourself, that takes your focus away from making money, that takes your focus away from perfecting your own art.
Right. Cause they do take that. Like some of the listeners know when you seen online and everything where dude be battling, dog get punched and shit like that, dog. Like, man, we doing this for the art. How are you swinging on me, man? Like, yeah. So go ahead.
Before I step with battle rap, that was one thing, you know, that I had to make sure that I was mature and strong enough, you know, because, you know, coming up, like I said, it was a point of time where, you know, violence seemed like it was the only way for me to survive, you know, but with maturity, you know, you start realizing, look, I got things to lose in life now. You know, these bumps ain't healing as fast as they used to heal. You know, so it's about maturity and it's about growth. You know, and it takes a strong man, a strong woman, a strong person, period, to be able to say, okay, me and you, we gonna say the most hurtful, disrespectful things we can say to each other, but at the end we realize that we really ain't enemies. It's enough negativity in the world without us having to create our own negativity, if that makes sense.
Right. I got you. So, yeah, I just wanted to know that. So, let's go back to what you got coming up this year. You talked about the 9-track joint, The Feast, and then you was going into the second album where you said you were going to start featuring other artists. So, let's start back with that.
Okay, I began my project. I'm 2 tracks in, real dope tracks. I was blessed. There's a female artist here. She sings, she rap. Her name is Ali Cabinet. She's hot. I was blessed to get her on the track. You know, my man Nicasso, he blessed me on the track. And like I said, you know, what I did to show appreciation for them. Look. If don't nobody else want to invest in your art, I'm willing to. You know, I paid them for features, you know. And these is people like I know. These is my friends. They would have did it for free. Right. But you know what? Just to show y'all, like, you know, show y'all that y'all the bomb in my world. Look, here you go. Mm-hmm. So, you know, from there, all that does is just start the money making of it. You know, okay, now you getting paid for features. You know, if I started that for you, I'm grateful, you know, to be able to start that for you. If I'm the first person that ever paid you for a feature, at least you know that you worth getting paid. Right.
But you got to understand, like, that's like king shit, man. That's like setting the bar. People may not even understand that when it's happening, but as they mature as an artist, they gonna look back at that and they gonna be like, damn, Poe did that for me, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like spitting that to another young dude or whatever like that with your name in, like, as an example. Because that is like some realist shit that people don't really do right now in the industry. You know what I'm saying? And that's just a different code of ethics, a different type of mindset, mentality and everything to be able to do that, to be able to, like, because everybody talking about money, so it's like I'm putting my own money up to help you get money, to help you be successful. I could be doing that for myself. I could just give all the money to me and do my thing, but I'm actually helping you and showing you, like, this is how I feel about how I think, and I'm putting the bread up to be able to help you too and shit. That shit is amazing shit, dog, for real. Like, that's like cold right there. That's hard, man.
Yeah, definitely, like, you know, and the appreciation you get, you know, like I said, it's an ego boost. Mm-hmm. You know, it's an ego boost, and, you know, any artist that you willing to, you know, go in your wallet and say, hey, I'm gonna pay you to come to the studio and have a good time with me. That's just like the biggest praise you can give an artist.
But check this out, though. Let's go like this. This is the ambition. So we're going to the other side. Man, we talked about the double-edged sword in that. Is there a way you can be careful? Because sometimes you could do that for somebody and they'll start hating, man. They'll have some resentment towards that shit, dog. They be like, man, that dude paying me like I can't even pay my own stuff. They start feeling a certain kind of way. So how do you handle that if you see that?
Right, and you definitely right. But to me, that's where maturity come in. You know, I mean, why would you? I feel like they should look at it like I'm a fan. You know, I'm a fan. You gonna diss me because I'm a fan willing to invest in your music? That don't make no sense.
Yeah.
That's like I go out and buy your CD, I buy your album, and you mad that I bought your album?
Right.
That don't make no sense. What are you in the game for? You know, that don't make no sense. But so I guess I completely understand what you're saying, you know what I mean? But it just, to me, it all makes sense. Me as an artist, it makes sense because when I got my first, paid show, my first paid feature, it was like, wow, okay, you know what? I'm really doing something now. You know, this ain't just fun no more. Like, this is a way to put food on the table. And that makes you take the game, well, that should make people take the game more serious. At least in my opinion, in my example, it did, you know?
Right. Because I can see, like now when I reflect, you know what I'm saying, on the interview, because I see from Inglewood, when you had the black unity never left. It stayed through all the shit through Canton, dog. It's kind of like, it was like, maybe that was like the foundation of who you are as a person. And then the art just comes into that and everything, because you still trying to help people. You kind of like the person barbecuing and be like, hey, dog, come on over here, man. Get you a couple ribs and some potato salad and shit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right, correct.
That's
And I think that comes from, growing up. My mom, she came from the deep south. So she had that hospitality in her, She had it. And she still got it to this day, She'll break her back and bend over, for anybody, And I think it's a wonderful thing. She grew up during a time where there was a lot of racial tension. But she never taught me hate. She never taught me don't like this person because they different, it makes me so proud of her, knowing that her struggle, but knowing that she handled it and dealt with it and came out of it with a positive view instead of bitter and upset and hateful,
Right. Because that's definitely like Queen, like, right? Because you can go the other way. Like, just imagine white people saying all that shit about you. You can easily teach a kid and be like, man, do not fuck with them over there. Like, if I see you, I'm gonna hit you upside the head. Talk. Like, you can easily say that than other than go the other way. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. Yeah, man. That's like 50-50 almost and shit. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, what we say again, that double-edged sword.
Yeah, that double-edged sword, man. Because it can go either way, dog. You know what I'm saying? Either way. And that can affect a whole generation of people. Because the teaching is what's going to affect them. You know what I'm saying? Because you got that good teaching that's shielding away from the violence. You know what I mean? Because family members, like you said, like family members probably already seen that violence. Right, you know what I mean? So they love you enough to be, I don't want you to go through that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to bring you closer and show you some other shit. You know what I'm saying? As long as I can hold you closer over there till you break loose from me, I'm just going to do it, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how I do.
Right, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Definitely. So that's definitely, like, cool, man. Yo, and I appreciate you for coming on the Ambition, man. Like, for real, because a lot of times we have to be able to, dig deeper into like the cultural aspect of the music, man, and into the human being too. But sometimes the character of a person, because it's very rare to get a person who is this person in real life and also this person in the art as well. Probably a little bit stronger, but still it's just a reflection. There's no opposite. Like, there's nobody saying like, oh, in the music, I'm killing them up, bang, bang, and all that type of shit and murder you all day. And then in the lifestyle, you never seen that before. You never experienced that because you want more of the realness now. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like because you want to be able to teach. Because remember, I don't know if you ever had to scare straight joints and shit what they used to have back in the day. Like they used to have the dude come in there that the kids would know that, man, you ain't been through shit. And then you have the dude coming there with the big muscles and the tattoos and shit and everything. He telling you shit, like, you be paying attention then, dog. You like, damn, dog, that shit's like that for real in jail and shit. So it's kind of like the realness got to prevail, man, in the music and in the culture, man.
Right, and the key is pay attention before your back is against the wall. You know, pay attention when you still have the option. You know, don't wait until the bomb is about to explode and then want to pay attention.
Right.
When you could have paid attention when you first heard it ticking. You know what I mean? Now you don't wait until it's about to explode. Now you gotta pay attention, but it could be too late.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Because you're gonna get indicators, right? You're gonna get an indicator, man. You're gonna see something. Like how you said, the bomb ticking. Right. You're gonna get an indicator. Right. You're gonna see something, hear something, man. You gotta react kind of like then and not wait till the last minute, man. Definitely.
Keep your eyes and ears open.
Man, definitely. So any last words for the listeners? Because this is going to Brixton. So we have listeners out there in Brixton for this interview and everything. So anything you want to tell them, because they're in the UK. So anything you want to be able to tell them about you, tell them about the city, anything you want to tell them about the music, go ahead.
Definitely. Well, I'm POE the Passion. That's POE. The THE Passion PASSION. You can Google me. You can actually go into Google and put my name in and Google me, and so I'm doing my thing. I'm humble. Anytime somebody see me on the streets, any fan, feel free to come up and speak with me. You're not gonna catch me hiding behind 30 armed guards. I'm humble. Come speak with me. Anybody that support this music, I support you. Anybody that got a dream, anybody that need advice, anybody that want to get to my level, I'm more than willing. I'm more than willing to let them know, how I did this. I got a story to tell. Anybody willing to listen, I'm willing to tell it. So first, that's the main thing. I want to put out me as an artist. I love to support other artists. So any artist that need anything, whether it's advice on Pro Tools, whatever. I also make beats. I do production. I hook people up with shows. I do promotion. So, anything. Don't feel like I'm too far to reach. I tell people all the time, I'm just a phone call away. I got my number with the secretary, but then I got that number where it's right here on my hip. And you can hit me, and you can talk to me. I'm real. I could be touched. I'm real. So that's the main thing. Anybody out there in the game that want to talk to Poe, they more than welcome. And I appreciate anybody, and I appreciate everybody, and anybody got love for this music. And hip hop is music is powerful. You wouldn't believe it powerful to be able to create artistry. It's amazing to be able to reach people, different people from different avenues and lifestyles and everything. It's powerful. So definitely. POE the Passion. You can Google me. I'm everywhere. The feast is on every major social platform. And my goal is just to keep making this music. Keep making it. And then when I get tired of making the music, which I hope I never do, but if that day come, then I'm going to help somebody else keep making music. So that's it.
That's real right there, man. That is like, man, that's dope, man. That's dope, man. That, like I said, man, to be able to think like that, and we need more artists, we need more men out here in the industry from all these cities and everything, all these urban cities, whatever you grew up at, even out there in Brixton. You know what I'm saying? And even in that area and everything, it's kind of like how they used to have a saying. My grandma used to say, each one teach one. Something like that. Right. You feel me? You know what I mean? I learned some shit, teach your homeboy that shit. Or your sister or your brother, man. Like, you know what I mean? Teach them how to be able to survive and live. Don't be teaching them the quicker way to get to the cemetery, man. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I love how you put that. Like, that was perfect. You know what I mean? That's right. I'm feeling that. I feel that, definitely.
You see what I'm saying? So thank you for coming on the Ambition, man. I'll definitely be able to talk to you soon, all right?
Thank you for having me, man. Stay up. Love y'all, man, and salute.
Salute. Back to you.